Nigeria is not a united country.
Why can't an Igbo man become president?
Nigeria is not a united country, despite all the pretenses. We are not South since 1914. It has not changed. The North, at the flip of a switch, they are able to shout Northern interest. The Southerners are laid back, hoping that, oh, we are civilized. We don't want to talk about tribalism. Tribalism is at play. We are pretentious about this matter. Look, the North has taken us for a ride for too long. They foisted federal character on Nigeria over 40 years. They foisted quota system over Nigeria over 40 years. Have they benefited from it? Only the tiny clique in the North is holding the whole country to ransom. It's enough time for Nigeria to wake up. We are not together, North plus South. Now they are talking the elite, the few elite in the North. Like if feeding bottle is going to be removed from their mouth. That's what they are doing. They are shouting. They are forming a group now. Lead of Northern Democrats. It's a fact that we are divided. We pretend that is totally, I don't understand it. The North knows what they want, and the South are reluctant to say what they want. President Tinubu is better to put all the cards on the table, trying to pepper over it and say we are united. Of course, we are not united. We are not united. We are divided. That's just the truth. I've told you now that the North brought federal character. The South agreed to okay, fine, we are united. Where is the result of it? The North brought quota system. Southerners agree with it. It's in the constitution. What is the result? If we now bring in tax to say, okay, get more VAT in the North at the expense of the South, so what will be the result? The division will continue until we remove the feeding bottle. Let everybody just work according to his own dictates. The North sincerely believes in Sharia. We should not grow them for that purpose now. We should let them be. They want Sharia. In the South, there are Muslims. We don't want Sharia. Somebody brought us in Oyo to do Sharia in Oyo. Everybody put it down. The Muslims in the South don't want Sharia. So why are we pretending? In the Southeast, some few Muslims, but they don't want Sharia. Let's accept who we are. Let's accept reality so that we'll not stop talking and motion without movement. That's what it is. I'm not ashamed. Okay, look, if President Tinubu succeeds now, 2027, 2031, every Yoruba person in Abuja will be clean out of the system. Because Buhari started with Fulani. He is doing Yoruba now. Let the Igbos come. We cannot block the Igbos if they put 99% in all positions too. Is that the way we are building the country? Let Yoruba man go and rule Yoruba land. Let the North agree on who will rule Northwest. Let the Kanuri rule Northeast. Let the Igbos rule the Southeast. Let the South agree. Then the temperature will come down. I will not want to be running federal election with 200 million naira form because I have to run from Sokoto to Ikotekpene. I will campaign as a premier of Western region where people know me and I know them. I know what they want. The Southwest want to bring all Yorubas who are Japan, bring them back to Nigeria. Nigeria is too hostile for the Yorubas now. Nigeria is a poisoned environment for Yoruba because we invested in education so much and we have lost all the human beings. They are developing other societies. The North will not care less. How many doctors do they have in United States? How many doctors do they have in Europe? These are facts I'm put on the table now. I don't need to sugarcoat anything at all. We are divided. Let's just accept it. It's no fight. It's no war. The North will come up on their own. We will respect each other. But this matter of trying to play some games, President Tinubu is better. In fact, if he runs only one term and he brings this temperature down, his name will go down in history. But if he does not do anything in the next 6 months about restructuring, and he goes to use all the money to run election in 2027 and he wins, and then what? Yoruba should become endangered in the political system, because once he leaves, then Nigeria not safe for Yoruba man again. We cannot continue the way we are now. Absolutely. Things have to change. And the earlier the change comes about, the better.
There has been this call for restructuring. But for the North now, if I were to speak for the North, I would not speak for restructuring. I would think of giving people what they want. The Yoruba nation wants a Dual Republic. In the name of God, give them a Dual Republic. This is 21st century. We have a right to choice. Biafra wants Biafra. Give them Biafra. Give every other nationality what they need. Because as far as I know, the relationship is sound. There is geometrical increase in suspicion across all expressions. The trust is not there. Suspicion is not there. And people want to develop at their own speed. If you want to go at the speed of rocket, please, you should be allowed to go at the speed of rocket. If you want to go at the speed of snail, go at the speed of the snail at your own peril, at the consequences coming to you. But for now, if anybody is thinking that physical federalism is the solution to Nigeria, he is not even understanding the geography, not understanding the history, not understanding the mathematics, not even aware of geometry and the geometrical implication of what they are asking about physical federalism. What we should have is, we should have sub-nations among Nigeria. Let every tribe, let every region get what it wants. Short of this, our children, our grandchildren will abuse us because we are going to leave behind for them a cancerous, that will defy every chemotherapy.
These are part of the things Nnamdi Kanu is talking about.
I want people to investigate how much that Nigeria spent in prosecuting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Why can't an Igbo man become president?
I beg share this video so that everybody go hear the truth wey Rufai talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the injustice we see Tinubu they do. In fact, wetin in talk for this video, the thing come they shock me, say make they no just go arrest this man, because in they talk the truth and many people go they think say this man na Igbo and this man no be Igbo, this man na Yoruba man. So pay attention, watch the video from the starting to the end. Share this video to everyone on every social media platform. Don't forget to click the subscribe button for more updates. And also listen to wetin Barrister Maswell don't talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the secret way exposed about the federal government of Nigeria. Pay attention.
Why can't an Igbo man become president? Yoruba man, Hausa man, Ijaw man has become president. Why can't an Igbo man become president? At least in this country, after the Civil War, there was a consensus of some sort by the two political parties. And Igbo men were both running mates in the 79 elections. Why can't we go one step further?
Let's now head to Abia State now, where activists Omoyele Sowore joined a mass protest in Aba dubbed the 1 Million Man March as demonstrators took to the streets demanding the unconditional release of detained IPOP leader Nnamdi Kanu. Addressing a large and enthusiastic crowd on Wednesday, Sowore called on President Tinubu to free Nnamdi Kanu, arguing that his continued detention is political persecution for refusing to abandon the Biafran self-determination struggle. He also criticized the heavy military presence in Aba, asking why those same soldiers could not be deployed to Zamfara to tackle terrorism. Let's take a look.
I'm also a friend and lover of justice. And I came here today against all odds to come and ask that Tinubu must free Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu has no option to free Nnamdi Kanu. We warned them when they got Justice Omotosho to send Nnamdi Kanu to jail that he can never stand. And they have now understood, but they have not learned their lessons yet. We are not here to make wrong speeches.
We're talking about more or less red carpets for chiefs. But Rufai, Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention since 2021, and the calls for his release have never stopped, from courtrooms to street protests. The solution, many believe, is not legal. It is political. President Tinubu has the power to initiate dialogue to pursue a resolution. But will he do so? Those are the questions, and I don't know the effect of this 1 million man march at this moment. Rufai.
I would spot on the analysis of what people are saying. The solution is largely political. So there is one part of the permutation, and please, it's a permutation. It's an opinion by some people. It's not based on any facts. It's not empirical. That President Tinubu might try to use this Nnamdi Kanu case, to play a political game leading up to the election, which might be his final strategy leading up to the elections. It's not based on facts, it's an opinion. Some people have even said, hopefully, that maybe we'll release him close to the election. Because when you look at it, see, in as much as we condemn the methods at which it was done, let us not forget the fact that there is marginalization against the Igbos, yes, against other ethnic groups in this country, but there's high marginalization against the Igbos. I mean, take for instance, I think we make this argument when we're there. Since we've returned to democracy, why can't an Igbo man become president? Yoruba man, Hausa man, Ijaw man has become president. Why can't an Igbo man become president? At least in this country, after the Civil War, there was a consensus of some sort by the two political parties. And Igbo men were both running mates in the 79 elections. Why can't we go one step further? That's just the question. I know some people argue and say, oh, competence should not be based on zoning and all of that. I get the argument. But are you telling me that there is no Igbo man that is competent enough to be president?
All right.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a consensus that the reason why we had 2 Yoruba men on the ballots in 1998-1999 elections was a way to compensate the Yoruba people for what had happened to MKO Abiola. Can we also be intentional? Because I feel to a large extent, even if it's just 1 term or 2 terms, an Igbo person, becomes president in this country, and I must have to add, power is not served a la carte. The person must work for it. It will shift a lot of the narrative. I mean, when people say, oh, we have been marginalized and all of that, we cannot say, an Igbo man has become president now. But as it is today, to make that argument is not buoyant enough. And these are part of the things Nnamdi Kanu is talking about and the agitation. At some point, it was Ralph Wazirike. That marginalization argument still gains traction. Today is Nnamdi Kanu. Tomorrow, another person can pick it up from that region.
All right.
So let's just all be careful. And President Tinubu, let's see how we can do this politically.
So you're up for a political solution?
It's a political solution.
Well,
since the days of Buhari, they went to meet Buhari. It was Rike Amici and other people went to meet Buhari then. Some Igbo leaders. I don't know why that conversation never sailed through.
All right. I'm sure that we're not going to hear the end of this Nnamdi Kanu protest and the quest and the call for him to be released. And of course, we'll bring the story up on Arise News.
I'm calling on Nigerians. Please, I said it today in court. I want people to investigate how much that Nigeria spent in prosecuting Nnamdi Kanu. Because they came with, I think, a 4 senior advocate of Nigeria and a team of lawyers. And the senior advocate of Nigeria, they were coming every day. Ask how much Nigeria spent in prosecuting Nnamdi Kanu. Then now check how much that was spent in prosecuting terrorists, the real terrorists and bandits that the SSS are arresting, granting pardon, reintegrating back in the society. How much that was spent? Every time Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court, ask the SSS how much were they spending. Anytime Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court, mobilizing security.
And how many times he came to court?
He came to court. Then you now cry for this country. The hope is still lying on the judiciary. He's going to appeal against the judgment. Just like you said, you asked me. The Court of Appeal, look at the law. If they say that they go to Supreme Court, if the Supreme Court, I hear what I'm saying. But the only thing I continue to say, God, don't allow somebody to make me a prayer point, an innocent person to make me a prayer point. That is what I try as much as possible. I'm a Christian. I'm a deacon of a church. There are some things that I don't do. I don't cheat people. I don't intimidate people. I don't intimidate people. I don't join where they are planning to destroy human beings. I don't do it. Because now, Nnamdi is there. Nigerians, Igbos, people with conscience have been praying. I can tell you, Donald, I can tell you, I'm answering call now. I'm answering call. If I see what people are writing, what people are saying, you pity for this country. Why should you allow yourself to be like that? Considering the fact that there is a life after here. Not only after here, you have your children, you have your grandchildren, you have your sisters, you have your brothers, you have your father, you have your in-laws, you have those that are around you. Why should you? Pontius Pilate, they said, I have checked, oh, this man did not commit anything. No. Bring me water, let me wash my hand. You wash your hand. Must you do it? Along that there are some people that they assign the matter. They say, I won't do this matter. Mazen Nadekala has gotten how many judgments? They never complied with one. One, 8 billion naira against federal government. The other one, I think 500 million naira. The other, just, even the court, the one that court gave release, they refused.
They refused.
Are we talking about international ones?
But the one that the federal government just got, they've applied
they applied it. And you say that you are and somebody, you call yourself a senator, former governor, you don't know what to say. Instead of you to bury yourself in shame, you are talking, come to social media and be talking rubbish. If you don't know what to say, why not keep quiet? Why not say this thing is evil? This thing is evil. If it's your father, daddy, with due respect, you brought me in this world, you train me. This thing you are doing is not good. Do you know that when you say such a thing, your father may be angry with you? I have this on you. At the end of the day,
he will reflect.
He will reflect and know that yes. Don't, Max. The way you are saying this thing, take it easy. These people will drop you. Must I be a lawyer? All the people that are in Nigeria, they're lawyers. Must I be a lawyer for me to be useful? Are you telling me that this person that is riding a cab from Airport Road here, is he not living? Is he not training his children? Why should you harass me? Why should you want me to go against my conscience because of law? What do you mean by law? Come and take your license. And I'm assuring you that you will never see me bake bread. Even if I'm selling pure water, I will use it to train my children and be useful.
This union is not working. Even the white man that brought this union, he knew that it will not work. That's why he said, after 100 years, I will not pass 100 years. The best thing is to call a meeting of the regions, especially the northern region, and say, look, the union is over. Can we go our separate ways so that this killing and all this, it will stop? So that you cannot be using the resources from the south here to pay bandits and kidnappers and terrorists. Because 80% of the money that they are being used to pay them, Esther, where did it come from? No, tell me, where did the money come from? Is it not from the southern region here? So when you now kidnap yourselves over there, you can now use your own money to pay them. Maybe when you feed the pig, you know whether you will stop it or not. I am beginning to think that Tinubu invited the Americans to protect him. Maybe for what he wants to do. He is not very sure of his protection and all that. And so he invited them here. Because since they came, they have not done anything of significant importance to the insecurity bedeviling Nigeria. So I'm beginning to think, I'm suspecting, I'm not too sure, but I'm suspecting that he brought them here, maybe for protection and all that. That is one. Then two, it will be impossible for Tinubu to confront the North with the way things are going and with whatever agreement he signed with them, which they have been banding about. You know, they are threatening him with the promise that it is not the promise you made, that is not the agreement we had. That they are not going to give him 65% of the votes again. You remember, they have said it severally. So with all this thing, Tinubu may not be in the mood to confront them. Because if he's a strong leader, he would have done something before the Americans come in here now. He would have done something. If he's truly a strong leader. I don't see anybody who will criticize him if he go after the terrorists. The North will even be happy that he has cleared these guys for them. But he doesn't have the will to do that. He doesn't. Have you seen him make any statement against these terrorists? I mean, any statement warning them or threatening them? He has not. So keeping quiet is because he cannot afford to say it and offend them. Remember, one northern leader told you and I one time that an attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the North. And when Jonathan wanted to exterminate them with General Ejirika, the North fled up. They fled up and was writing the petition that this man want to exterminate them. This man was, and so with all that criticism, Jonathan had to withdraw General Ejirika, and they came back in full force. So the North have always been in bed with these terrorists, and the facts are there. There were two Northerners where Obasanjo wanted to help reach out to the terrorists so that they can end this thing. Immediately they finished the meeting with Obasanjo and go back to the North. They killed the two of them. They killed the two of them. So these people is like they want to leverage on this terrorism. They want to use it to instill fear in you and I so that whatever they ask for, we'll do it. That is just what I think here. And that's what I think Tinubu is afraid of. And so, if he doesn't apply the systems or use the leverage of Americans, this thing you are telling me here, he will not achieve it. He will not achieve it. I'm not joking. And this terrorism will persist. Even beyond 2031, whoever is going there, they will continue to use the terrorism as a leverage against the person. Remember what he said? He said in the night, some men with a very powerful jeep will come with food and order to give these kidnappers. Remember?
Yeah.
And then, when they are going, the money they paid will be loaded in Ghana must go, and they will carry it away.
Okay.
We say we played the inverse with the voice note here. Is that not true? Is that not true? So who are those people behind it? Free money for oil money collected from Niger Delta. Instead of Azari Dokuwo to be asking himself questions, he'll be here talking what is not. Thinking that they are going to give him a contract again. These are real issues that nobody wants to talk about. But that's the reality. Esther, that is the reality. You want to because in that First Republic, because of the landmass in the North, they were giving us food. They were using that resource. You remember the famous Granite Pyramid in the North? That was what they used to build about the Bello University. I told you here that land is the resources on its own. You can use land to produce, in fact, anything.
So with this number of natural resources, the North ought to be one of the richest regions in this country.
That is the laziness we are talking about, Esther. Oil have made them lazy. They have 83% of the oil well in Niger Delta. And so because of this largesse, these privileges, they forgot to now mine the resources in the North. They kept it, maybe for their own children, for future use. Meanwhile, they are depleting the resources in the South here. This is the reason why we must interrogate this union. It is unbalanced.
The thing is that the states that supposedly have these resources, like rivers, Bayelsa and the likes, they still are not as developed as they ought to.
You said what?
They're not as developed as they ought
they kept them down, yes.
You see residents complain of the deplorable state of living.
Exactly.
If you go to Warri now, you see the states there in Bayelsa, even in rivers, deplorable states. So if we have those resources, basically, how come the states are not matching up?
Really?
Yes, it's serious.
Go and listen to what was said on October 12, 1960. about these minorities. Go 11 days after independence, go and see the impression of a particular leader about the minorities. How they are going to use and suppress them. They will never be their own, Go, it's there in the internet. Google it. You now know why those places are where they are. And over the years, nobody is thinking of developing, while you are using their resources. You can see now. So, in fact, it's a matter of time, Esther. You see this in the running, it will happen. Because the imbalance is so much. The deceit is so much. It's so much that it's a matter of time before things will get to a head. You cannot continue to oppress and suppress the people in this manner over their own resources. Meanwhile, your own resources, you don't want anybody to come close or touch it. You kept your own and you come down here. One man in Dini who was an in-law to Buhari, he had an oil well. With the money he made, with so much money, he had to pay $500 million to be a chair in a U.S. university. You can imagine. Just because he had free money to play around with. When they want to please you, they'll give you just one oil well. Danjuma sold his own and made a $3 billion. And he came out to say he doesn't know what to do with money. I said, Danjuma, when Obasanjo was looking for third term, he gave him one. And he sold it off and made a hell of money. And this is all around. All of them, all the big men, they made their money through oil well in the south. Yes, sir. Imagine 83% of the oil well in the Niger Delta belongs to the northerners. What does that tell you, Esther? What does that tell you? These are issues that people need to interrogate. These are issues that the Southerners have been crying about. Unfortunately, our Niger Delta people, they don't even understand. They prefer to remain where they are instead of fighting for their liberation and all that. They use them, and after using them, they dump them. Go and ask Kensaro Wewa and other Ijo men what happened to them. When they were asking for resource control, instead of listening to them, they killed all of them. They killed them. And their people have not learned any lesson. So when the Igbo man is agitating through Biafra, there is a point they are making here, Esther. We cannot continue to be mocking the work, baboon the chop. Is that not what is causing problem?
How would an administration that imported...
Nigeria was never created to succeed. We are not designed to succeed. Now, if you want people to succeed, you need to tell them as to why they should come together.
What drives that opinion?
You can't force people into a marriage. That's why we have a word called rape. It was a forceful amalgamation to begin with.
How is our problem the British government? Because the British have left.
Now, Nigeria, as we are more racist because we are more tribalistic. So did the Brits introduce tribalism to us? No, they didn't. Typically, an average black man, I know my head is going to roll on this anyway, an average black man is a racist.
Wow.
Yes, an average black man is a racist.
Wow.
Yes, because he blames everybody for his woes. He blames everyone for his misfortune. He blames the white. He keeps blaming the white. Given the opportunity, would you have done differently? Because what are we doing here currently? We should learn, because of the pigment of our skin, to learn to live together. But no, you are more Fulani, you are more Igbo, you are more Yoruba, you are more Hausa than you are Nigerian. That's a problem, number one. Number two, we inherited corruption from them.
I beg, if you never share this video so that everybody go see the evil side of the federal government and wetin they do about Mazina Dekalo. Share this video right now. Now the only one I feel take encourage support or share it both Facebook, both TikTok, so that this video go viral, so that everybody go put mouth for the injustice where they go on for Mazina Dekalo. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Don't forget to drop your opinion, drop your thought at the comment section. Your opinion is really needed.